When I think about Hot Wheels, or really just diecast collectors in general, there's one group of collectors that sticks out in my mind as being the most consistent group of collectors out there. Now, a lot of you might instantly think to yourself, well, it has to be the people that buy the JDM cars. Those are super popular. They always sell out really quickly. They're hard to get. And you might not be wrong about that, but I would argue that it's actually the Volkswagen collectors, especially if you're talking about over a period of time. Because as long as I can remember, there's always been a pretty big fan base for the Volkswagen castings. And if you're talking about it just in terms of Hot Wheels, Volkswagen actually has two of the most popular castings out there. They have the drag bus and the cool combi. Now, if you're new to Hot Wheels, you may not be familiar with those, but there is a car that I would just about guarantee that you are familiar with, and that is the Volkswagen Beetle, also affectionately known as the Volkswagen Bug. Now, there's been several, many actually, versions and variations of this car done over the years, not only by Hot Wheels, but really the other major brands as well. One casting that does kind of seem to get lost in the mix, I guess, is the T1. And there's several different versions of this, but I thought it was an interesting casting to be released by the RLC. So when I got this, I wanted to see if it actually lived up to the hype, or really was there even any hype at all to begin with. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this. Do you think this was hyped? What do you think about the casting itself? Do you like it? Not like it? Why? Really interested to hear your thoughts because I've heard a lot of varying opinions already. If you want to hear my opinion, you can stick around to the end and I'll kind of let you know what I think about it. Now, this is an RLC release. Like I said, if you're not familiar with RLC, it is the Hot Wheels Redline Club where you can buy limited edition castings. There is a link for that in the description if you want to sign up or just find out more about it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the casting overall. This does come on a standard RLC card, which is not my favorite way to get RLC. I prefer the ones that comes in boxes. That way I'm not tearing up the packaging if I want to take it out and look at it. This does come in Spectre Flame Purple, and I released a short on this yesterday, and one of the comments I got was that it's a hard pass, and I've been seeing that a lot actually. It seems like there's either people that are just super crazy about it or people that just don't want anything to do with it at all. There's not really a middle ground. One of the arguments is that there's just too much going on with the casting, and I guess I can kind of see that. So we'll just go ahead and take a look at it here from the front. Spectre Flame Purple is an interesting choice. We have some really nice badging on the front, headlights and turn signals painted. One neat feature that I liked is that the windows are popped out on the front. Pretty cool. Have this rock crawler bumper with the brush guard and the winch. Painted winch, a lot of detail there. We have these big Real Rider tires on these 5-spoke star style wheels. Painted suspension, a lot of detail there. Pretty nice fender flares here, although they don't really stick out against the paint that much. But it is a nice addition that they went ahead and painted them rather than just leaving them the same color as the body. Yeah, standard interior, nothing really to say there. Have this snorkel back here, at least I'm assuming that's what it is. Light bar on the roll bar, and the roll bar was interesting. I don't know why they couldn't have done something a little more detailed there rather than just make it this big kind of wing on the back. Maybe something to do with the way they had to cast it, I'm not sure. Or it may have just been to save costs. I really don't know. Have a Real Rider spare tire on here, which is always nice. I like that rather than having a plastic spare tire. A little bit of detail on the back with the taillights and the Rockstar license plate. On the bottom, not a lot of detail. There's a little bit of suspension looking stuff and drivetrain. I do like that the bottom of it is in black. Anytime there is a jacked up vehicle, either a gasser or a 4x4 truck, I always like to see the bottom of it in black because it kind of hides the fact that it's hard to cast that and still make it look decent. So overall, there is a lot of detail on here. We went over it pretty quickly, so even though there's a lot of little things here, overall it's still kind of a simple vehicle, right? So going back to the history of this just a little bit before I give you my final opinion on it. Last year, 2022, there was a selection series vote, and I believe that's the one where we got the Camaro that you're going to be seeing popping up here pretty soon. And this was one of the castings that was an option for that vote. I'd never seen the casting at the time. All the other castings that were involved I'd already gotten recently, and I thought, that's interesting. I would like to see that and add that to my collection because it's just something different. And don't get me wrong, I love Camaros. The Camaro's the one that won that, I'm pretty sure. But I just already have a lot of them, and I didn't have anything like this. So I thought, that's cool. I want that. Obviously, this didn't win, but lo and behold, this year they actually just released it as a standalone RLC release. And so when they made the announcement, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick one of those up. Saw a lot of people that were excited about it. As I said, saw a lot of hard passes. Now that I have it in my hand, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little underwhelmed with it myself, and I don't know what it is. The best thing I can think is maybe I would like to see it in a different color paint. Something that kind of pops out the details a little bit more. And perhaps a different wheel. I didn't mind the wheels when I first saw them, but now that I'm actually looking at them, I just don't know. They kind of don't fit to me, maybe? I don't know. But either way, like I said, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm interested to see what you think about this. If you like RLC cars or just Hot Wheels in general, you should have a video popping up here. Go ahead and check that out. And be sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos. We have a lot of different things. Premiums, mainlines, RLCs. Hope everybody's having a good week, y'all. Happy hunting.